And good evening, everybody, and welcome to our next exciting episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Right
Mondays,
here.
am I right?
That's right. Absolutely.
Oh my God. You were waiting to use that.
All week, probably.
He was ready. He's been doing some light homework on the soundboard. Well, welcome everybody. We're so glad that you are joining us this evening for another episode of this wonderful adventure. We do want to thank our sponsors, Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp, for all their support. You can type in !CCG or !Little Dragon in our Twitch chat to get quick links to their websites, where you can order awesome RPG-related gear and other merchandise. Make sure you use the coupon code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order with Little Dragon Corp, and tell them we sent you. Quick announcements regarding this week's streaming schedule. We do have a new episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight coming up this Thursday evening, so make sure you tune into that if you're following them. Victoria is absolutely incredible. If you ever tune in, like, the Feywild is like, that's like her genre. Like, she just nails it every single time. It's really cool every chance I get to tune in, so make sure you tune into that. Friday will be off this week, and the following Monday, we are going to be taking the week off next week. So we're streaming tonight, but next week we will be off. So just a reminder to all my players as well, keep that on your calendar as well, because we will be off next week.
I'll still be here. I'll just be the only one in the chat room.
Be staring
not actually streaming, just sitting here talking to myself like, ha ha ha, that's funny, Michael.
We'll just go ahead and throw you on there live by yourself, and you could just 3 hours of the 3 hours with Camacho.
Watch my paint dry. Yay.
I do that willingly.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We are going to get us right back into the thick of it tonight, as our heroes found another piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. They now have 3 of the pieces in their possession, and they returned it to the Sanctum and Sigil with the Wizards 3. So I'm gonna... Oh, and you guys brought Landro back with you, who seems to be fascinated by everything and wants to learn as much as possible. I'm gonna take you guys back over to the Sanctum here on Twitch, and I'm just gonna kind of let you guys tell me what you want to do at this point. As you guys, did you guys get your long rest last time?
I think we
discussed it though. Yeah, you said we turned to 14, and then we took a long rest. You said when we woke up we would be 15, and yeah.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
That last
Are you sure?
It sounded like you gained 2 levels in one rest. I don't think that happens in D&D.
Been known to happen.
I mean, if I'm the note taker and it's math, that can happen.
Since when are we gaining thousands of experience points for taking a nap?
That was clearly for the Colossal. Colossus that
welcome to Adventures League, where you can spend downtime days.
That's right. That's right.
We saved an innocent victim and brought him to Sigil.
Plus 5 XP.
He will turn into a kaiju and destroy Sigil, in which case we must defeat him.
Oh my God.
Plus 300,000 XP.
He's Vecna in disguise. What have we done?
What would you
I
guys
think I
like
have
to do?
PTSD from Delve games, because that's what happened.
Oh god. My bad. Selena definitely, once we've taken our long rest and kind of recovered, and she's trying to, I guess, control Landro, or do damage control with Lando.
No, you got it.
She would have asked Tasha and Austriel and Mordekainen if they had any books on Barovia.
So, if asking them this question, Mordekainen already gave you a little bit of information about Barovia, based on his experience being there, you guys remember he mentioned a little bit about having a rough time and being trapped in Barovia for a short period of time, which is one thing that makes this so dangerous to him. He fills you in on, the Lord of Barovia, a Dark Lord, a vampire that goes by the name Strahd von Zarovich, wields immense power and has the final say basically about who comes and goes from his territory of Barovia. And it was very difficult for him to get to safety. And I believe he mentioned last week that this place is a demi-plane that's surrounded by the mists, and these mists prevent people from being able to kind of escape if you wander in where you shouldn't be. Also, sometimes keeps people from getting in as well. It's a domain of dread. They basically... Alestriel says she doesn't really have there's no texts on Barovia here in her library, but that Mordenkainen has kind of filled her in on a little bit of the information, and all three of them collectively kind of give you that source of information to take with you.
Wasn't sure if they had found anything else while we've been resting, if there'd been any, scraps of paper or anything, so just wanted to make sure.
Unfortunately, like Alestriel says to you, there are no... I don't have a map. I don't have much information because Mordenkainen's the only person I know that has been there and has escaped.
Do they have access to a teleportation circle in here?
That is a very good question. Let me find that out. I think there was a section below here.
It's hard to believe a mage wouldn't have a teleportation circle somewhere in their tower.
What's crazy is I don't think there's a teleportation circle here. I think that teleportation device that you guys are using to go between acts as that, teleportation area.
Okay. So my reason for asking is one of the spells that I can replicate is teleportation circle. Which I know when we were talking, Officer mentions one of the few ways that we would be able to get back here. Or back to Sigil, not necessarily to the thing.
Let's see, teleportation circle. Permanent teleportation circles exist within Sigil, but attempts to create new ones fail. That's why there isn't a teleportation circle in here. Because Alestriel kind of, if you bring that to Alestriel's attention, she kind of says, the Lady of Pain keeps a very strict, she keeps a very good watch over who comes and who goes. It can be very dangerous to have these types of things within the city. It's peculiar that she hasn't said anything about what I have. Perhaps she just hasn't discovered I have it yet. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little lucky here. She kind of winks at you.
Or just sort of rubs his head and goes and sits back down.
You also need to be on the same plane to use teleportation circle.
Oh.
When Forrest has the same plane, Hazel will kind of finally pick her head up from the cushion she was sleeping on the floor on / dozing while everyone woke up, and we'll look at Alestriel and just tilt her head kind of like as if she's in her wolf form and go, "Have you found a tuning fork for me yet?" And like head tilt some more.
Yes, I have. After a few hours of digging through my chests, I found this.
Ooh.
I'm not. I haven't attuned it quite yet. Because I wasn't exactly sure where it is that you wanted to go.
Hazel looks at the party. We'd want to come back here, right?
I mean, ideally, but I don't know if it works quite that way here.
Lestral kind of looks at you and she says, "Unfortunately, to attempt to teleport here from another plane of existence will not work. The Lady of Pain prohibits it."
So, whose house do we want to go to, guys?
That would just be the material plane in general, then, right? Because kind
But-
of choose your location as part of the spell.
But but if it can get us to a specific area, which will then enable us to reach everyone here to tell them where we escaped.
Well, that's what I mean, though. The fork isn't attuned to a location on the plane; it's attuned to the plane itself. You choose the location as part of the casting.
All right.
Gonna say we can always go to mine. There's snacks.
Gold. I will only think of Selena's house. How would we then let you guys know we were there if it's... We're not going to be coming back here, essentially. This is for the purposes of... We're stuck in Barovia and we can't get back. Eject. We've been coming back through the shiny portal over there every time.
Well,
So...
I can certainly make it attuned to the material plane if that's what you choose.
I guess just not Barovia or anywhere we're going? Does that make sense, guys?
The material plane makes the most sense. It's just safer than where we've been.
Orcon? Odd?
Odd is asleep.
Oh.
Does Odd still look like a tabaxi?
Yes. Passed out, murdering. Passed out on the couch, Tabaxi. Kicking his little feet. Probably having a bad dream.
I can't remember when we all got houses. Do we know like where Odd's house is?
No.
For some reason, Odd neglected to give you his address, Orcon.
Intentionally.
Probably a wise idea.
Can't imagine why.
Or no, just sort of shrug. Material works for me. It's again, if this pained lady isn't going to let us back in, it may not be worth the approach. Because if we leave an area and can't return here,
Yeah. I think material's just a good safe landing zone.
Yeah, it is just as a truly last resort, and we're all on the verge of dying, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Material plane, please, Celestial.
Right, just give me a moment. I'll head back into the room and make sure it's attuned properly with the right runes and sigils carved in the side of it. It'll only take me a second. And she disappears into the room with all like the magic items and the desks and workbenches and stuff that she goes busy working there. It's about this time that another familiar face enters from down the steps, from upstairs. You see Milena has returned. And she sees all of you down here, relaxing, sleeping, and just getting yourselves prepared for the next step of your journey. You're back. It's good to see all of you again. I've made my deliveries and points towards Hazel and Orcon. Or I believe Orcon, so I think they still believe you to be Ortodon, I believe is what, and still have that kind of resemblance.
That's still the appearance, yes.
You got it. And she kind of looks over to you, Ortodon, is like, very interesting delivery, I must say. It's just interesting to say the least.
To say the least. Want to say nothing at all?
She looks over at you, Hazel. I have something for you. And she reaches kind of in her cloak and pulls out a letter. An envelope with a kind of seal on it, and hands it to you.
Hazel had like scrambled up, like you know when little kids get too excited and they can't get up fast enough that they're kind of like running on all fours. That's what Hazel did, and then takes the letter, goes thank you, and will run to the corner back here.
Okay, I'm going to put that letter in your journal.
Okay.
So that way you can read over it. So it should pop up for you. And you should be able to see that in your journal. And if you decide to share it with anyone, I'll share it with them as well. But that's for you.
Hazel just starts smiling really big and tucks it inside her bag. Thank you, Melina.
Absolutely. It really wasn't any trouble. I've had far worse. Looks back at Ortodon. And then looks back over at the rest of the party. So what now for all of you?
I'm just finishing rest before we're ready to head out.
Yeah, looks like Barovia is the next step. That's all we know so far.
Barovia? I've only heard it through whispers. People get out of there? How are you gonna... Wait, Illustral must have it. So, I trust her. If anybody can get you back out of Barovia, it'll be her. So you guys did have a long rest. So, the third piece of the Rod of Seven Parts, I need to share with you guys what that actually does. If I can find it.
If you have it in your... If who's ever in possession of it has it in their inventory, it'll actually tell you what every one of them does.
Oh, it does? It does tell you in your inventory?
Yeah.
I can find it.
I have the first one. Oh, wait, do I have the first?
You have the second one right now.
I have the second. I gave you the first?
Yes.
Okay, who had the third?
I had grabbed it from the Colossus. I was thinking someone else could take it for a while.
I think currently Morton Kanan actually has it because he's getting it ready to attune the portal.
Okay.
But what when you pull it up, what does it say that the third piece it has a spell in it?
The first from the forest gives access to the spell Commune. Mm-hmm. The one I have gives access to Arcane Gate.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
The third gives access to Reverse Gravity. Spell save DC of 18.
Reverse Gravity. Yep, because that's how the Colossus was powering those anti-gravity areas within it, by using the piece of the rod.
David, does Odd have a lot of concentration spells?
Let me take a look real quick. I can just sort it by concentration.
Because given the whole thing with the cards and illusions, I could see reverse gravity being something sort of thematic or cool for odd.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing through the week.
I mean, not really, but wouldn't I need to attune to it?
Not this one, no. When we have the whole thing, you have to attune to it, but the pieces are just one-use items.
I think as
One
long
use
as
per
you
day.
have them in your possession, you can use them. Yeah, 1 use per day.
That's up to you guys, but I'm already carrying a lot of magic items.
It doesn't make
I
a
think
lot of
most
sense for
us are
me.
carrying a decent chunk. Hazel, Selena, what do you think?
I mean, I can hold on to it, but I don't know how much use I'd get out of it.
Right.
Hazel mostly summons the squirrels.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, I use a
Yes,
lot of
I think it makes the
concentrate.
most sense for odd. The only reason I say that is for Selena, if she was to cast it where she's a fighter,
She's getting hit every round.
she's in the same area and she's got to make the same save or go flying upstairs as well.
She could cast it somewhere else that she's not fighting.
I'm okay if Odd takes it, because I do cast the woodland beings or other concentration things fairly often, so it would drop those things. Well, it's funny, and then the squirrels can fly to the ceiling and keep fighting people.
I don't think that's quite how it works, but sure.
But I'm
Fighter
gonna fail the save, so they'll go with me.
Anti-gravity squirrels. Yes.
The
Make
nightmare
it happen.
continues.
All right. Morning Kanan approaches all of you and will hand you guys the rod piece back. And so what the portal is all attuned. It's ready. I must say I wish you a lot of luck on this one. It is a place that I honestly hope I never have to return to.
You're really selling it to us right now.
It's not a nice place. I'm
I
sorry,
mean, we
I'm
haven't
not gonna-
really... We haven't really wanted to go to any of these places, so...
Tasha is over there. She's like, "You haven't wanted to see the worlds?" Rocking back and forth.
Maybe
Yeah,
some
Just kinda-
nicer parts of them.
Now's not the time for a vacation, unfortunately. She continues to kind of like rock back and forth in her seat.
Kanan, question
Yeah.
for you.
Sure.
Not to bring up bad things, but how did you get out?
I had a little help.
Ah,
Actually, I had a lot of help. With my prestige, I know a lot of other spellcasting individuals. They were able to put together a powerful ritual to pull me out of there. If it weren't for them, I might still be there.
Hazel just goes, "Oh, okay, 1 second," and like scurries to our illustrious, waiting for the tuning fork.
Oh gosh, I promise, I just got it done. Here it is. Here it is. I'm not gonna forget. It's
I'm
attuned
worried
to the
I'm gonna
material
forget.
plane, just as you asked. It's ready to go.
Thank
I
you.
mean the arcane sigils for the material plane are. I know them. I memorized them, so it's all good. You're ready to go.
I just Morton Kanan was selling us on our trip. You know, I wanted to make sure we had a way home.
Listen.
Ugh.
The portal, it will work. It won't fail.
I'm more
Don't-
worried
don't
about the
worry, it
bad
will
things
work.
keeping us from getting us back to the portal. It's almost happened a couple times.
Well,
If we can't get back, we need an escape.
it is unfortunate. There are a lot of bad things in the way, but once the bad things are dealt with, you have the bigger bad thing of Vecna trying to do this terrible ritual to remake the multiverse.
Selena's just over in the corner, like, rocking, like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Hazel just nods and goes and joins Selena on the couch.
Alestial rejoins the group, and well, I think everything is set and ready for your travels. Is there anything else that you need from me?
Did we figure out food situation? Is food safe there?
The food that you take with you should be fine. I would suggest taking some.
I do think we still have a good week's worth. Spent, what, like 4 days in the Moorlands? But we bought 2 weeks of supplies before that.
That's true.
Okay. Just making sure.
Orion's gonna look through. You wouldn't by chance have any holy water, would you?
That is a good question. Let me go check. And she disappears back into that other room again. And
Thank you, Jack.
Surely someone can run
roll
out for some holy water.
Roll a d4 for me.
Hey. 39. What?
No, you rolled a d44. 4. Good. Yeah, she comes back out. She has 4 vials of holy water that she hands to you. Crazy enough, I had 4 of these in there on the shelf.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, my dear.
It's been a long time since I've been to the Temple of Ilmater to get these.
And Orderon gives one to everybody except Forrest. Because he seems to be his own holy symbol.
As the holy water's being passed out, Mordenkainen kind of smiles a little bit. Good thinking.
Selena's gonna watch that and ask, any chance you have a carpenter's kit or carpenter's tools?
I do know I don't have that, but there are plenty of shops out on the street that you can go get one of those at. if you'd like.
Selena would definitely do that.
Okay. So basically, we don't have to role play it out, but you can walk down the street and basically get whatever kind of tool set that you would need for whatever cost is in the player's handbook.
Oh.
I'm sure you guys have some party funds available if
Yeah.
you needed to buy a toolkit or something. Oh, Ortodonta's broke.
I got
Sent
quite a
all my
bit.
money away.
I mean, we did pick up a few things. We can see what we can unload as well. There's some rather well-made maps and things, I think.
Oh, you guys did pick up some maps from your last stop.
We
That was
could keep
found
those
inside
for a while.
Landro, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I found them here. Yeah, Alestro looks over to you and says, you know, I know of a few historians and collectors that might be very much interested in those. To the tune of 2,500 gold pieces. I can loan you the gold, and then I can take it and I can deliver it and get them to pay me back.
500 each, not bad.
If you choose to do that, that's what they're worth. 2,500.
Is everyone else all right with that?
I'm not voting on it.
Selena would have made some like rough sketches of them and then said, "Yeah, sure."
Selena gets copyright flagged.
Documenting what we found.
That'd be 500 gold.
That's not a
each.
copyright flag, Michael. That is an Eberron flag.
That's
Learn your
right.
planes.
I know. I need to learn my planes. Yeah, if you guys, you guys gonna go ahead and do that? That'd be 500 gold pieces for each of you.
Seems reasonable to me.
If you want to go buy anything while you're here, you can spend like just a few hours here before you leave, just going down to shops and purchasing anything that you need. Or
So
that you
that's the
believe that you
adjustment we're making. It's 500.
Yes.
need. Yeah, it'd be 500 each. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think we found anything else on that one because we kind of
Well, honestly,
through everything.
I haven't adjusted my gold since our starting fund. So
Neither have I.
did we? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, am I missing something? Because we've been on like what 3 adventures?
We haven't been really splitting anything up or really worrying about.
Right.
Yeah.
Fun.
I
Yeah,
also
that's
don't
my
think we've
concern.
been. Oh, sorry, David. Go ahead.
No, that was my concern. Is that we're missing anything? I don't know.
No, I don't think we've been. I don't think we've been looting sellable stuff.
We've had a couple things, but they've all been small bits and pieces.
Right, but like a lot of it, we got the expensive looking artwork that we gave to the soldiers.
I'm used to doing quests for people that aren't cheap.
That's fair.
Thanks for the fork.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next place we go to, we'll take everything that's not nailed down.
I mean,
Like looking back through notes, I can try to figure out what we should have, but because we got like offers on things, we never officially said if we took said money as a party, but I can figure that out offline
okay.
and then make him do the math.
I'll just give me all the numbers that you find. I'll add them up. I'll divide them.
There was a time, like it was a few adventures ago, where you guys found a room that had like 5 different treasures like sitting on pedestals. I think it was in that tomb that you guys visited, and there was some
Yeah.
significant things there. But I think you guys decided that you didn't want to do anything with them right yet because you were kind of holding on to them for whatever reason. I can't remember exactly what that was, but I think that's where you guys kind of like landed on that.
Yeah,
The holy symbols of Loth, I want to say.
it was like the
Ooh.
spiders, the oils, the holy symbol. Yeah, there was a lot of like little.
I think we
things.
did sell the oil for 100 gold. But other than that,
Was-
or 500, 100.
Yeah, you did. I remember that happening. Yeah.
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 But we didn't sell all the gem, like officially sell the gem spiders or other things. So like, I will go through and pull all of our money out and figure out what we should roughly
Yeah, and
have
if you-
before any
yeah, and
personal decisions.
Yeah, and out of game, if you guys want to, if you send me what those images or things are that you didn't get like a price tag associated with, I'd gladly tell you how much all that stuff is worth. via
Yeah, I'll pull out all
the-
the tracked stuff
Mhm.
and put it in
I'll
our.
send
chat.
you a list of all the furniture that I take from this tower and start selling it. These people don't start popping.
That's actually what the tuning fork is for. It's to get out of Sigil.
It's like, whoa, there's all this new furniture on Sigil Marketplace.
It's relatively cheap, too.
That's right. Somebody made a
It
nice
doesn't fell off
odd
of a
with
truck.
with a 4.5-star satisfaction rating.
I would just like to point out, Forrest told us we could take everything that's not nailed down. So Odadon is just staring at Odd like, eh? Are we walking out? Are you walking out with one peasant under each arm?
Not the people.
Hey, they ain't nailed down. Specifics, my
Oh.
friend.
Rooney Runes in
And
chat
they've
says
got
that they're in
nails
the,
on them.
Rooney Rune says they're in the same boat. My PC is in 5 missions deep into our Eva Vecna game, a Eva Rune game, and a grand total of 8 gold.
Yeah.
I think we've got a bit more than that, but Jesus.
I have a lot of gold and Hazel doesn't know how to spend money, so this is really just not great.
Buy
You can
shiny.
give it away.
It is shiny things.
Buy shinier.
Illustrial, Mordecane, and Tosh all kind of like look to you guys and say, well, whenever you finish your shopping and whenever you're prepared, the portal is ready. Just proceed with caution. And they sort of just kind of go about their business.
Well, there's only so prepared we can get before we know what we're facing.
As ready as we'll ever be, I guess.
Does everybody still have their healing potions that Ortodon made for us?
Yes.
I do.
That was
Think
the
we're
spell
as
that
good
if
as
you,
we're gonna
use it,
get.
if you use it again, those potions go away, right? It's not like a
Right.
stackable thing. Got it. All right. Well,
Yeah, they thought of someone saying, I'll take a week and make 30 potions.
I know it's like
Michael, you said we could find anything under adventuring gear
Uh-oh.
out on
Yeah.
the street?
yeah. Sigil has a ton of shops. Like this place is like there. You'll find pretty much anything that you would need under adventuring gear. Are you buying a bag of 1,000 ball bearings?
No.
Because strangely enough, they don't have those.
Now I might.
They don't have them.
They don't have them, really? This is the new player's
Right,
handbook. Not have
no,
the
that's
ball
in
bearings?
there. It's in there.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
there
gonna
it is.
say,
Oh,
that is
They're-
like a
they're 1
D&D
gold
thing.
each.
Like
1,000 is a lot.
I didn't even check. The one thing I wanted to check, see if they brought the 10-foot pole back.
Yes, there is a pole in there. I think.
Are we fighting the Grinch?
A pole is 10 feet long. You can use it to touch something 10 feet away.
They update the adventuring gear, and the first thing we look for is a pole and balls.
Pole and- That's right. That's right. And rope. They changed
Some
rope.
things never change.
Welcome to PG-13 rating, folks.
They changed. Shannon, just a little background. In the original D&D, they used 10-foot poles to find traps. Is they would put the pole out in front of them 10 feet away, and if it triggered a trap, like the person wasn't standing there. So that's what they used the 10-foot poles for in the classic D&D.
Or you can do what Michael did and just walk 10 feet, fall into a pit, climb out, walk 10 feet, fall into the next pit, get out, walk 10 feet, fall into the next pit.
I found every trap.
You know, the rogue, he goes through, he checks, he disarms them. The monk jumps, and he gets there eventually.
That sounds crazy.
Hey, welcome, St. Andrew. Good to see you tonight.
I guess we could technically carry a lance with us. Is that because it's got a 10-foot reach?
Sure.
And if you wanted a lance, I can just make one, and I summon a lance in my hand.
Noted.
Excellent.
Prefer the Sunblade, though, so I kind of dismiss it and re-up the pact on the Sunblade.
Got it. So I'm hearing everybody's ready to step through the portal.
Yes.
All right.
Sounds that way.
Well, as you guys approach and walk up the steps onto the
Oh.
dais. Oh,
One thing.
Sure.
I don't think I've forgotten what we did with the horse that I summoned.
Oh, it's probably hanging out here in the
Just like-
sanctum.
Suppose I
It's
should
a-
bring it with us.
Grazing on the potted plants.
Tasha's like, please take it out of here.
If Odd points out the thing is eating the potted plants after Tasha warned that Illustrial has a thing for those plants, Ortodon is diving through the portal head first. Just, oh crap, you're not blaming me.
as Ortodon flees from the scene. I guess yeah, that steed just stays with you until
Either it takes its HP drops to 0 or I dismiss it. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, all right. So the steed travels with you through the portal. And as you have that familiar sense of weightlessness for just a split second, thick gray fog shrouds a small, gloomy village as you appear right on the edge of what seems to be this clouded mist that's to your back. Dismal houses and outbuildings line the cobblestone streets that you can see from a distance. And echoing through the air, you hear the sound of a child weeping echoes from a tall house looming in the distance. I'm going to change our music to something a little less happy.
Wait, this is happy?
It's more serene than happy.
Right?
And
Very
welcome,
calming.
adventurers. I have a picture that I want to show all of you to kind of just give you a sense of what this place kind of looks like. Welcome to Barovia. Here's a little image to help get you in the right sort of mindset. The streets of Barovia here. Now, you guys have come out a little bit outside the village from this portal. The portal seems to be right on the edge of Barovia, and you can see there's this thick kind of gray mist behind you. This must be the mist that the wizards were talking about. And you can see that the village is before you. In the distance, a tall, looming, dark silhouette of a castle overlooks the village.
Odd looks around. He realizes everybody already left him. Nobody woke him up. So he really quickly scurries over to the portal and hops in.
It's funny because the wizards were like, they were surprised too to see that
Right.
you're still there.
Just a random cat that comes from behind the nightstand.
This is like Home Alone
That's right.
because we all went shopping and did a bunch of errands and then left Odd / Kevin at home.
I'm just more amazed he could sleep through all of that.
When I leap through the portal, I land in a puddle in the middle of the street. This isn't Kansas anymore.
That's right.
No wet cat smell.
Wet cat smell. Mm-hmm.
How rude.
Is anyone else getting Rukon district vibes from this?
I don't know what that is.
From Bleach.
I'm expecting to see Ginjo come riding up the road on his boar.
On his pig, yeah. I
was
already
thinking
feel like
more
this
like
smells like poverty.
Wild West.
Who did you guys decide currently has the third piece of the rod of 7 parts?
We were gonna give it to Odd, but he was sleeping, so I don't know if he has it just yet.
Probably not yet. Yeah, who would out of the 4 of you would have it then? At this point,
I
I
jumped
handed it to
through, so I
Mordenkainen.
definitely don't.
Mordenkainen gave it back to you guys before you guys left. I'm just not sure who he would have handed it to.
Well, I had handed it to him, so I guess maybe me.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say he handed it back to you. The rod seems to be leading you towards that tall, ominous house where you heard the child weeping in the distance.
Oh, just like every other time.
Maybe at all.
Towards the worst place possible.
I'd like to contact DSS or DFAX immediately.
Well, I mean, who wants to be the one to talk to the strange crying child then?
we don't see the child, we hear it, right? It's just.
Yeah, it's still you have to walk through the streets of town to get there.
Is there
Few
anyone on the
blocks.
street?
You had, like I'm assuming you guys are kind of a little bit on the outskirts, but yeah, you can see like there's villagers moving about in the distance. You see small silhouettes of people moving through the streets.
What do you think the odds are the crying child is exactly where we need to go?
You say my name?
The other crying child.
You're the crying tabaxi. Although, perhaps having the
I heard him
tabaxi
say
talk.
odds.
Perhaps having the tabaxi talk to the child. Children
Pretty
like
good,
animals.
All right, I'm on it. I would like to try to follow the sound. I'm just walking down the street going like this.
Using those keen tabaxi ears.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, Odd leads the way. I assume the rest of you are following closely behind as you make your way into this dark and mysterious village. And you can see there's this strange kind of foggy haze around the whole place. The villagers all seem to be dressed very dark clothing as they move about. A lot of them with some dark bags under their eyes as they move around, some hunchbacked and slowly moving, a couple elderly with canes kind of moving through the street. And as you move through town, and Odd leading the way, you hear a handful of murmuring villagers like start to follow you in the distance, probably about 40 feet behind you. It starts out as like a small group at first. More villagers seem to emerge from houses on all sides the more that you start to go, and pretty soon you start to get surrounded by a small mob of individuals. A farmer carrying a pitchfork points at you and calls you interlopers. Other folks brandish brooms and axes and large stones. You should not have come here. Leave this village at once. Oh, I don't trust you at all. You need to go. Whatever way you made it here, you need to leave. One of the children that's kind of in the group says, "You need to go away. You scare me." And they're all kind of like starting to surround you and kind of block your proceedings at this point. What do you guys do?
I would like to poke my chest out and completely forgetting that I'm in child tabaxi form. Do you have any idea, even with the voice change, do you have any idea who you're speaking to?
Mom, can we keep it? No, child, that thing is dangerous, extremely dangerous. You heard what the priest said about him.
What did the priest say about me?
A farmer holds out his pitchfork towards you. You bring havoc. You bring pain. You bring wrath. You need to go away. You need to go away immediately.
Oh man. Oh.
One of the women like cries in the background. He probably already knows they're here. Oh. Starts to kind of weep in her hands.
Selena's gonna poke her head around from behind Hazel and be like, "Who knows we're here? And where is here?"
Oh, I dare not say his name.
Great.
And they all kind of like look at each other and they start to like get worried and hushed, and you see a couple people like holding torches in the background. Make them leave! Make them leave! Make them leave! And they start chanting.
Whatever you've all been told, I can assure you, you have nothing to fear from us.
Okay, Forrest, I would like you to make a persuasion check.
Deception, you're lying.
Not,
You're not a
not
threat.
on the part of myself, perhaps. Proud for you.
Can I ask you a question? Before we came here, we were told what Strahd is, right?
Yes. The Dark
Okay.
Lord of this place and a vampire.
I have prepared my spells accordingly.
Be 20. 21.
21. You don't mean to bring us harm.
I'm only here to look for an item that I've misplaced. Been-
You misplaced it here.
Well, misplaced. It was taken, and we've been following the trail.
They all kind of like start looking at each other. A couple of them start pulling down their pitchforks, and you can see that a child that had like a freshly purchased fish just was like thinking about throwing it at one of you and drops it on the ground. It goes squish.
That was perfectly good food.
Hazel's looking at it like she's gonna eat it.
The child picks it back up and just brushes it off. I'll eat it anyway. Wraps it up in the paper that it came in. They all seem to start to back away. And we're trusting you.
Big mistake.
And they all seem to start slowly dissipating. And as the crowd sort of dissipates from this forest, you feel mighty confident with your skills in persuading these individuals away. Here's what that mob kind of looked like. Here, I got a handout that I can show you. Show the players, show everyone. So here's what the Barovian mob looked like. I'm gonna put that on Twitch so our Twitch friends can see that.
What is going on with that child's face?
Yeah.
Why am I in the picture?
Wait, yeah, it is you. Look at you.
You're the grumpy old man, yeah.
The grumpy old man.
Get back here. You're supposed to be in our group.
It even has that cool cane that you have. You have one of those.
He even just now did the face to camera.
It looks, yeah, there it is. It looks just like it in the picture. Do you have a hat like that?
Oh, goodness. No.
Wow.
Not up here.
That is
Not up here.
That is amazing.
Like my great uncle's Alhambra hat.
The crowd disperses, and we just see Ortodon standing.
I'm standing there.
Go away! You're not wanted here!
That's oh yeah, that is a great band name, Rooney Runes. Barovian Mob. That'd be a great heavy metal, like heavy metal band. I like that. Yeah.
Be careful with the initials on that logo.
Oh, indeed. As the crowd is dispersing, you guys hear some applause from a single person. And somebody is stepping from the side of the road towards you. And she looks like this. I'm going to show to everyone. This is what she looks like. We'll show that to our friends on the map as well.
Okay.
Dark-skinned human with kind of these deep blue clothes on, with a cape, with a high collar, very fantastic hat. Starts to approach, has a long sword kind of sheathed to the side. Now that was impressive. Let me introduce myself. My name is.
Let me stop you.
Yes.
Can you shh? I'm trying to listen for a baby crying.
Excuse me?
There's a child in need.
You've come to save the children.
Just one in particular. Don't sign me up for too much.
So you're headed that way?
Is that where it's coming from?
Towards Death House.
Go on. What were you saying?
The people here, they call it Death House. But
No, not about that. You were introducing yourself, but I'm no longer interested in.
Oh,
that.
right. Okay, I'm Sarah Sanda. I'm an Ulmist Inquisitor. She kind of looks puzzled at you. You've never heard of the Ulmist Inquisition?
Or the Death House, which sounds lovely this time of year, I'm
We're
sure.
not familiar with the area.
Hazel
We're
just
tourists.
does this. Like,
Listen,
Well, I've heard of the Spanish Inquisition, but no one ever expects to hear about that.
Hmm?
Hazel looks at Ortodon. We weren't supposed to talk about that.
She seems perfectly trustworthy. Nod was speaking with her.
It's okay. I've already heard of that too. Listen. Why don't we head on over here? There's a nice cozy place called Blood of the Vine that we can go head into and just have a short conversation.
What is with these places being named so violently?
Well, you're in a pretty violent place.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check?
Absolutely. What are you inciting?
Fact of the
Do I?
violence.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna kill you. Hey, come with me to this place that's obviously named, murdery. Let's have a talk. Away from prying eyes,
Sure.
Do I think she's on the up and up? Is she gonna try to kill us?
Yeah, go ahead.
We still have advantage on those, right?
We always will.
Michael, what was the name of the place
that's
she
good.
wants to take us to?
Not 20.
Blood of the Vine.
Blood of the Vine. Okay, just making sure I had it correct.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Ortodon, I cut you off, but I needed it for the notes.
Oh, no worries. Just saying nat 20 to Michael for a 19.
So you believe her? 100%. She doesn't seem to be. What you're feeling is you are probably the first people. Like, you stand out. and you're probably the first people. If you're the first people that she's seen here that might be of an interest to her.
Gonna look down at Odd. She wants something.
I promise. It sounds terrible, but it's just the Village Tavern. That's just the name of it.
Food, you say?
Food, of course.
She doesn't seem so bad, Organ.
We could probably spare a few minutes.
I will pay for your meal.
She doesn't.
Well, I'm all on board with this
Organ.
now.
Hazel marches in.
They're rather easily swayed.
Priorities.
Money.
Well, please, just follow me. I'll lead the way. And she really, it's just like a half a block away. She leads you down the street and turns into this structure. All these structures kind of generally look the same, but this looks like a simple 2-story tavern building that is. Barovia is not a very big place, rather small. And as she enters, you guys are easily able to find a table. There are a few other tables that are consumed by your normal villagers that you guys have seen with the dark clothes and the bags under their eyes, and they're just enjoying a drink and some simple foods there. And as the meal is all set up and ready and you guys are getting some beverages, whatever your beverage of choice would be, all the food, all the drinks kind of taste rather bland. Not a lot of flavor. Everything kind of is like nothing has too much seasoning on it. It's all just pretty plain food that you get here in this tavern. Kind of the way that there aren't a whole lot of colors going on in this whole village. There's not a lot of flavor as well. To your
Only
food
so
and
much that
drink.
can be grown in Barovia, after all.
That's true. She looks to all of you and says that, yes, the place that you were on your way to, the locals, they call it Death House. I am kind of currently on my way there as well. Perhaps maybe we can align our goals.
Yeah, we can go over there, get some food and some drink. Because I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding, a poorly named tavern, right?
It's just
I
a name.
mean, poorly named, dark humor, it's kind of the same.
Well, it's Death House is, from the information that I've gathered, is owned by two individuals, Gustav and Elizabeth Durst. It's kind of an open secret that the Durst are building a host of cultists that worship the Dark Lord of Barovia, Strahd von Zarovich. The minor cult, they occasionally cause trouble, but until now it really hasn't merited the intervention of the Ulmist Inquisition. But now we're doing some investigative work. Recently, the cultist of Death House obtained something very important. A fragment of the Rod of Seven Parts. I believe the cultists don't really know much about it, but I suspect that they plan to use it somehow to perhaps attract Strahd's attention to their little activities.
Hazel chugs her drink.
Well. A rod, you say?
Oh, would you
Is
look
that-
at the time?
is that
It appears we
interesting?
have to go.
Oh no, we're a rod. Who don't care about a rod? Where would it be?
Well, I mean, I believe they have it somewhere within the house, but I haven't
The House of
been able to.
Red Durst? I mean,
Yes, they wear a red hat backwards all the time.
those damn biscuits.
I'm sorry. Really? Red, you say?
The 90s kid in me is dying inside.
Yeah, that's right.
It certainly does look like we'll be heading there ourselves, then.
But that's
See no reason to get in each other's way at the very least.
well, I don't plan to get in your way. I want to warn you that the cult is roused the attention of another group. They're called the Priests of Asibus. They're unaffiliated with the cult that's forming in the Death House. They're necromancers who steal souls from people to fuel their evil magic and life-prolonging magic. They wish to claim the rod piece themselves for their use in their necromantic rituals. You know, and to be frank, they divined that you were going to arrive and cast terrible rumors amongst all the villagers about what you might bring to this village. That's why they were all surrounding you and treating you so badly at that moment.
That's how they knew of our reputation. I mean, go on.
We've only blown up a colossus or two, nothing
Wow,
that egregious.
you've blown up a colossus. It's quite amazing.
We've also managed to somehow break a magical horn, but we won't get into that one.
That was more of an accident.
Breaking magical items is a very difficult thing to do. How was that managed?
Some of us are quite skilled.
Talent.
Well, then
I think the blow itself up, really.
I've stumbled around the right people.
If you're looking to be a beacon for someone's attention, yes, I am fairly certain you have.
Well,
Yeah, we stand out.
I hope not to garnish too much attention.
No,
Like
probably
for,
wouldn't be good.
I'd like for Strahd to have no idea what's going on, if that's possible.
Speaking of being around other people, Sarasana, is there anyone else with you? Is anyone helping you?
No, I'm a lone Inquisitor on this mission.
with that, Selena would ask her to sign her book.
Okay. Selena slides the book over. What is this for?
Just so I can remember your name. I have trouble with them sometimes.
Okay. She seems a little hesitant at first, but then goes ahead and takes the ink quill and like signs it. The Inquisition likes to send us on lone missions, just so in case, for example, one would get. We don't want to have a situation where one feels like they need to go back and save the other.
So, what exactly are you doing when you get to this house, then? You said you're investigating. What does that mean? What is your end goal? We know we are looking for something. What are you looking for?
I desire one thing and one thing only. I do not want the priests, or Strahd, or the cult of the Death House, for that matter, to keep possession of this rod of 7 parts. That is my ultimate goal.
Then we have a deal. You help us, we will take the rod away.
I'm fine with this deal.
You're on a mission from the Inquisition to do this? Like, they officially tasked you with it?
Make an insight check, Odd and Orcon.
Hey, wisdom is not my thing.
Not mine either.
Oh my god, look at that terrible.
Wait, we have advantage.
You
Oh
have
my
advantage.
gosh.
Let me use one of those
God.
15
Wait,
proficiency bonuses.
You have advantage.
You have advantage on insight
Oh,
checks, Odd.
Do I? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of your
Okay.
link with Vecna, remember?
Man, I thought that was his 0.
let me add my proficiency bonus to that to make it a clean 19.
Make it an 18. 19?
Yep, 19.
Okay,
I
yeah,
got
let me take
five.
that.
Don't try to give my proficiency bonus.
I'll take that proficiency bonus out. Yeah. Odd. So you get the. She is definitely like she's being truthful. She wants the rod away. She's fine with giving it to you. You have a sense like she's not lying about that. She's not lying to you, but you feel like she's not giving you all the information.
Okay, so what's her response when I ask her the question, though?
Okay. You asked.
If the Inquisition themselves has tasked her to do this, if they delegated her.
Well, I will be honest. I highly recommended that they send me on this mission.
But they disagreed.
They didn't disagree, but they were hesitant at first.
But they did send you.
They did. Because of some of my background knowledge.
And should your mission be successful, what then?
Then we're all heroes.
Oh. Heroes
Of course.
have, needs too. So,
What are you getting at?
if the Inquisition's gonna pay you and we're doing the work, maybe we can get a small percentage so we don't end up like Rooney and only getting 8 gold by the end of the mission.
Oh, listen. If it's treasure you're seeking, I don't seek anything from my travels with you. I only want the mission to be complete. Whatever you find, are your spoils to take.
Oh, I like it.
Of course. I'm not a treasure hunter.
I'll drink to that, and to little tiny Tabaxi lifts a big old mug, just going everywhere, just engulfs his entire face. Oh.
Most of it goes onto the floor.
Right. Not good at this.
Remember, kids, get your rightful compensation today. Were
Everyone
you trying to
okay?
say something, Hazel? I think you're muted.
Sarasana's like looking at you as you're all staring at her while we're eating.
Hazel's face is like scrunched.
Are you okay?
She's thinking really hard. I'm confused still.
Okay. What are you confused about?
What background do you have that ultimately made them decide to send you?
Make a persuasion check for
Oh,
me,
God.
Hazel.
Okay, this is gonna go real good, guys. It's about as good as it was gonna go.
Would you like to spend any chat rewards? You're very close.
Oh, what?
Do it up.
I'll use proficiency bonus.
Proficiency bonus will make
Yeah,
it enough. I don't know, at higher levels, proficiency bonus seems a little OP. +5 automatically? Jeez.
Hey, wouldn't
You're
help my
pretty good at
zero
those higher levels.
She looks towards you and says to you, my father, Goliath, joined with the evil priests of Osiris. I not only want to see this mission succeed, but I want to face my father. And I want to kill him.
So there is something you want.
Yes.
Okay. See, that's information that's good for us to know if you're going to be fully focused on one of the many targets in a room.
Mm-hmm.
A, so we don't get in your way. B, support for said face-off.
There is no guarantee that he'll be here, but I have a strong sense. And as far as the party goes, you guys have unlocked a new secret. You guys have gained Sarasanda's secret, that her father is an evil priest, and she wants to she seeks vengeance against him. So I will add that to your list later on in the Roll20. But you guys have that. That is one of those resources that you can spend to gain advantage on all of your D20 rolls for 1 minute if you choose to let that secret be known to the world.
Don't worry, we'll forget we have it.
No.
We've forgotten every time.
Your
I thought
secret's
we were
safe with
hoarding
us.
Or we can keep holding them.
I was fully convinced we were purposefully hoarding them.
Yeah, that's what I
was
thought.
my impression as well.
Use every single one of them against
Totally
Vecna.
purposely.
Yes. But that was the point. It's gonna be a long enough fight.
And remember, to quote a popular thing from D&D, your secret is safe with my indifference.
Percy.
So I need to tell you, with all the rumors that have been passed around town, I'm afraid it's probably hard to avoid the fact that Strahd probably already knows you're either here or on your way. So I feel like it's pertinent that we act quickly on this. The priests of Osiris are not going to take their time in trying to take the rod piece from the cultists in Death House, nor are the Death House cultists going to wait to enact terrible things to attract Strahd's attention.
So I'd rather avoid gaining any attention from him if possible.
Which way do we go?
The big old house up on the hill.
Follow the sounds of the screaming child.
Before we go, Hazel has one more question for our friend.
Sure.
These priests and cultists and everybody, are they all human?
From what I gather, yes. The priests of Osiris, they don't discriminate on who can be part, but the ones that I have experience with and know from my travels have all been human.
So none are like the man in the big castle, is my question.
Oh, you asking if they're vampires?
Yeah, biteys.
Not that I'm aware.
Just wanted to know what might be the best plan if we're racing against a clock. I got
I'm
nothing.
sure we'll be fine.
Well, I guess I better pay for this food. She gets out a pouch and starts like getting some coins ready and walks up kind of the bar area and starts setting it down for the people that are behind the bar, and they kind of gather the coins, and she walks over to the table and and grabs a towel and starts wiping the tabaxi child's face from all the crumbs and
Stop it! Stop it!
If you're
I'm a grown man.
if you're,
They
sorry,
wouldn't treat you like that if you weren't always a child.
Oh my.
Rudy Runes, they're equal opportunity cultists. That's exactly right, Rudy Runes. I think as we reach this point, I think this is a great time for us to take our break for the evening. So we're going to go ahead and pause our game here. And Twitch chat, thank you guys for hanging out with us so much. We'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. Hey, thank you for the jumping in here. Stronghold D&D is with us. Rudy Runes, St. Andrew, a ton of people that we got hanging out here in chat. So we're glad that you're here with us. We'll be back in about 5 to 7. So we'll see you guys pretty soon. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad, whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp. Be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, BONUS, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store, and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment. Back, everybody. We revisit our party as they are walking out the Blood of the Vine, the tavern here in Barovia. Following, I lost her name already. Oh my goodness, I'm having one of those nights. Sarasonda, that's it. Yeah. Following Sarasonda, the Ulmist Inquisitor, she turns towards what you can hear, that echoing of that crying child. Starts walking in that direction. As you guys continue to follow, oh, I forgot to thank Scott Parson. Thank you for following. We appreciate that during the break. You guys get closer and you hear that sound, and as you walk around the corner, you can see a very tall, ominous building there. 3 stories. Very steep roof on the top of it. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll give you a handout. I'm going to show this to everyone. Here is the house that you see in front of you. I'll take it over to the map view so our Twitch friends can see as well. In front of that house, you see there are 2 children. One looks to be probably like a little girl of maybe, I would say between the ages of 9 and 10. And next to her, holding a little doll, very dirty, kind of ugly doll, is a little young boy who is just weeping and crying into his sister, and he looks like he's probably like 6. And they look like this. I'll show you a handout of them as well. I'll show that to everyone. This is what they look like.
Oh, them some ugly kids.
Here's what
That's a vampire right there.
Here's how they look. Like I said, the boy is just like crying, and she's like just standing there trying to kind of like comfort him as you guys approach. And I will read you a little bit of box text. As you come up, you see the boy is weeping, clutching that doll. She turns to you as you all are walking towards this house. And she has this strange expression on her face. Like she's fearful, but at the same time trying to stay strong to comfort her brother. There's a monster in our house. Mom and Dad told us to play outside. Please, won't you make it safe?
Good news. I found the crying child.
Excellently done.
There he is. Hey, little boy. What's wrong?
Oh, excellent. I need you to make
Oh, crap.
a persuasion check for me as you address the little boy.
Oh, boy.
I was just about to say something too.
32.
Really? Jesus.
Expertises, man. Expertises.
The boy looks at you and starts to giggle a little bit, looking at the tabaxi about just a little taller than him, probably. It's a kitty. A kitty that talks.
That's right. That's right. I'm here to save the day. What's going on? What's going on?
Sometimes Mom and Dad invite weird friends over for parties.
They're swingers. Carry on.
I'm so uncomfortable.
This. Let's see. These people in white robes came in. It seems different. I don't like it. It makes me sad.
It's that kind of party. Don't you worry, little boy. We're
Thorn. My name's Thorn. Thorn.
Your name's Thorn?
Oh yes. My brother's name is Thorn. I'm Rose. This is Thorn.
Slowly turn to look at Organ. His name is Thorn. He's gonna grow up to be a real prick.
Something tells me he already is.
Get it? Oh my god. I have had too much to drink. Yeah.
We had one drink, bud.
It's only this
He weighs
big,
like 8
Orson.
pounds.
I don't like this judgment. And I have my hand up to Selena instead. I don't like it.
I shift Odd's hand so it's in front of Forrest appropriately.
There you are, you tricky man. You almost got away. The white robes.
Rose kind of chimes in and says, yes, the white robe people, they just kind of just barged in after we were sent outside. I don't know what is going on. We're really worried about our family's nursemaid. She's so kind to us. Her name's Brigetta.
Is the what was her name? Alistair. She's still with us?
Sarah
Sarah
Sonder?
Sunder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that's
still
the
with you.
one.
Yeah. She's standing there. She's kind of like letting you guys take the lead on the conversation. So
So I just kind of look over at Alistander. Do white robes spell anything to you? What are white robes?
It must be the priests of Asibus. They got here. They're probably already inside.
Your daddy.
She kind of glares towards you for a moment. On, it's like he might be in there. They're
Look over at Organ
extremely
again.
dangerous.
Look over at Organ. She has daddy issues. Mm.
Explains how she got into the work.
Start throwing up on the sidewalk.
If they're already in there, perhaps we need to get to move on. It seems everyone's here for what we're here for.
Hazel will crouch down really quick though to Rose, because Thorn only seems to like Odd right now, so Hazel's just letting that exist. You're worried about your nursemaid, but not your mom and dad? I just want to understand who we're saving.
We're worried about mom and dad too, but they have people around them. They have friends.
Oh, so you're just worried about your nursemaid who isn't
Mom and
protected.
dad are very busy all the time. Brigitta spends a lot of her time with us.
I know what that's like. I had different people raise me too. I got it.
She's really nice.
Hazel just smiles and nods and looks at everybody else. Well, I asked my prodding question.
When did I eat corn?
Yesterday.
Oh.
Uh,
There it is.
I may have stuck a cob in front of your mouth when you fell asleep last night. You may have just been nibbling on it while you were unconscious.
That's why I had a weird dream.
Talk about
Selena.
that later.
Go ahead, Selena.
Selena's gonna ask, because I think Thorn might have said it. Did you say something about a monster inside?
There's a monster in the house.
What did it look like?
I don't know. After we came outside, we heard screams, and followed by terrible howls coming from the basement.
Howls?
Howls.
no.
A moving castle.
The white robe people didn't say anything to us. They just walked right by.
Is there somewhere safe you guys can go while we figure this out?
We don't want to go anywhere. This is our house.
Oh, we can't
if
leave
that-
you in the street.
If that monster runs out, I don't want it hitting you.
Rose looks at you and looks at like, no. Greta next door. She's pretty nice. We can go over there.
When we're done, we'll find you there. Okay?
Okay. Thorn, come on. Let's go to Greta's. You know, we can stay there. She has dolls like you have too. She has dolls. Yeah, she has quite the collection.
Oh, dolls. And Odd
Yeah,
starts to follow
do you want
them
to
as
see
well.
mine? And Thorn holds this out to you, Odd, and it's like this ugly, terrible-looking thing with these massive eyes on it. Its head like tilts over to the side as he holds it up.
Oh, it's beautiful. What's his name?
His name's Raptor.
Raptor. He reminds me of a dog that I used to have. His name was Sackboy.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah. If you don't get the reference, it's a... Never mind. Matt, you got it.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It looks like Sackboy.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, let's go to Greta's and play with the dolls. All right, guys, you got this. Peace.
I mean,
You don't get any of the spoils if you don't come with us.
I'll catch up with you guys later then. We gotta go do work stuff.
Sarasonda looks at you odd. Yes, we have a lot of work to do.
You're not my real mom.
She just glares at you for a second and turns to the rest of the party.
DM, I have a question.
Mhm.
You can tell me if this is allowed.
Okay.
I have that feature Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow that for during a short or long rest you can touch a point in space and create a 30-foot sphere that grants stealth and perception check bonuses. And light from open flames within can't be seen. Can I cast that on the neighbor's home so that the kids are just a little extra hidden? It doesn't affect them looking out or anything. It just means
affects people looking in. Okay.
looking in.
Yeah, I
And
would
I
say
can-
problem with that.
Okay, I'm just like, why is? Okay. Oh, he's drunk.
Yep. Decided to give it flavor.
All right. So you're gonna give him a mechanic that Odd is
Yep.
drunk. Okay.
I am giving myself one level of exhaustion just to go with it.
I don't know. That pop-up threw me off. It's great.
It's all good.
I will cast Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow on the door/dwelling as much as it can get the front of this building because it's a 30-foot sphere. So
Yeah.
like up to cover. However,
You can get most of it. Yeah, it's
Just-
not as big as the house that the kids. were
yeah, it just
addressing,
makes me
so,
feel a little better.
Sure. Yeah.
And like we know
Yeah.
it's there, so it's fine. It's not like it can't be found. It's just safety.
Yeah, the
Pretend.
kids disappear behind a door with what looks to be someone's granny, and they disappear back there, and the door shuts, and then you kind of cast that on there, kind of engulfing it in that spell. And there you are, standing in front of this death house. I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys to a new map, and we'll move the party ribbon here, and we'll see if this works. I'm going to shift ping you guys. You should be standing outside.
a window?
There are windows. There is a... It's considered a window, but it's kind of like a portcullis patio porch there
okay.
to the left. I think they used a window in Roll20 just to kind of show that, but I can read you guys some box text. Sarasonda does, as Hazel comes back to the group, Sarasonda looks at all of you and says, I don't think it's a good idea for us to... I'll say this. I don't want to get in your way, and I want to try to help clear a path for you. So when we enter, I'd like to enter and make sure that we're off in our separate directions, so that way we can accomplish things a little bit quicker.
You don't love us anymore.
It's not that. It's not that at all.
Oh, just like my dad.
I just feel like on my own, I can kind of sneak about and get to the bottom of things a little bit and clear a path. I want you all to focus on finding that piece of that rod.
Don't you worry. Espionage is my middle last name.
Well, good.
You're sure you'll be all right on your own, though.
Ha. She kind of reaches down towards the hilt of her blade. And she's like, I'm well trained.
Just be careful. And I'm gonna light up the sunblade as we're getting ready to go in.
Okay.
Selena would follow suit with her flame sword.
All right.
Let's follow the
Hold it
beacon
on,
of
gonna-
light.
Odin's going to take a moment and cast message to Forest. and just ask him mentally, are you getting the sense that we need to go up or down?
I can reply for this, right?
Yep.
Kids mentioned something about the basement. Down seems.
Or now we'll cast it again. The rod, not the monster. I don't care about the monster.
Do you really think they'll be in different places?
Does it hurt to check the rod?
Looks at it in front of everyone. Is it pulling up or down?
I'll pull out my piece of the rod and check.
Okay. Yeah. As you sense the rod is definitely leading you in the direction of downward. Sarasota does go into the doors and leads the way and kind of hurriedly moves into the house.
I'm gonna give chase right after her if we're going in right away.
Well, looks like she's like hurriedly, but stealthily. Like she's like, "You guys do this. I'm gonna go ahead, see if I can clear a little path." And so she kind of disappears and moves into the house.
Let's wait just a moment before we barge in and attract undue attention to our stealthier combat.
What you guys can see upon this like little porch is there's a hinged wrought iron gate that fills this archway. That's what that like window part is. It's like an archway that like had an iron gate that's hanging open. There's oil lamps that hang from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking by these like oaken double doors in front of you. And that's what you guys see in that opening there. So you guys, it's like this little porch area with these oaken doors. The metal gate is just like hanging open.
I see no reason to delay. If she's going to stir up a hornet's nest, it's better for us to be on our way down and found the way downstairs before she does it.
Hazel is counting to 20 in like alternating languages, which just doesn't make sense to anybody. But to her, that's the only way she can count. And when it gets to 20, she goes, "Ooh, time's up."
I wait for me to recognize one of the numbers, and I say, well, that's probably long enough.
Eventually, it's common again. Yeah.
All right. You guys step forward and approach the double doors. What do you do?
Well,
Open them.
we know how this goes, but I'm going to open them.
All right, you open them into what seems to be a little bit of an entry foyer here. I will go ahead and read you a little bit more. So it opens into like this empty antechamber. On the south wall, there is a shield emblazoned with a stylized golden windmill on a red field. There's closed double doors that stand a few steps beyond you.
Guess we're not properly in just yet.
Just keep
feel free
moving.
to- Yep. You guys approach another set of double doors.
Gonna look back and make sure everyone else is with us in the house before we open the next one.
Wait. Maybe Orkin should open these doors.
What? Couldn't quite hear you.
Maybe Orkin should be the one that opens these doors.
Cool.
Gonna look at Forrest and it's go, oh, the cat speaks. And we'll
Can't imagine what difference they'll make, but why not?
toss open the door. And
That way we can tell who's actually the problem with opening doors.
I see.
half a step through the door. Really? How rude.
You guys see beyond this door is a main hall of some sorts. The main hall runs the width of the entire house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. There's a door to the cloakroom on the east wall is slightly ajar. So that was on the the directions are a little bit off on this. North is actually on the left side of your map. So north is actually left.
So east would be
East would be
above
this
us?
door right here would be above you. So this door right here is slightly ajar as you guys open. The spiral staircase is over here on this side. The fireplace is located right here on the northern wall. So that's the descriptor there.
Looks like a lot of ways we can go from here.
Really?
Is it lit up inside?
Do you see light
So, like,
in there?
I can see like a path that my character can see, but like I'm wondering if the rooms are illuminated or if it's dark in the house.
Let me see if there's illumination in here.
You might have that path because you're outside the door still. If you come in, you should be able to tell.
Oh, okay.
There should be illumination in here.
Okay, it's probably
it
just because
seems
I'm
like there's-
behind the door. I just
That's probably what it is.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it
We're a
doesn't have
little
that
further
effect it
forward.
usually does for my dark.
Orkon,
people
as you
can-
move farther into the room, somebody starts walking down that spiral staircase. It looks like a male individual with kind of ripped up pants and a shirt that's half untucked. There seems to be kind of like blood stains on his shirt. Another individual starts creeping out from under the staircase. And the door slightly starts opening that was ajar, and you see a woman, a gangly kind of looking woman with dark bags under her eyes, comes out from that door. Another door opens on the side here, and there's another male individual that kind of starts creeping into the room. And they start smiling as they're coming, the ones coming down the steps, and says, "It's about time. I'm so hungry." And I need all of you to click on your tokens, because we're going to have to roll initiative.
I hate to say it, Orkon, but it might be you.
You just hear this little
I was
voice
like,
from the
yeah,
other room.
nothing
Called
happened
it.
when I opened that door.
So I'm going to put some folks on the token layer. And we're going to...
I was just being nice and moving my tokens so people could fit in the room. Oh my word, could we roll any better for initiative? Well, most of us.
At least one of us can.
Gonna grab all these. Group initiative. It worked. Good. Oh, I
When
rolled
we're
2
inside
of
places, I
ones.
maintain Hazel hits her head on everything, which is why she's always last.
This is comfortable enough of a ceiling that you're fine. I think
But
most
I'm
of these
talking about the
ceilings in this
doorway.
place are 10 foot high. All right, I'm going to change the music up for us as we go into a little bit of combat here. Let's see. I had some cool music. This one will work. We'll use this. So let's go ahead and put us in order here. Oh, Selena, you can hear this coming from the other room. You're first to go. How do you respond to this?
Selena's gonna yell to the party members that went ahead of her. What was that? And then
Vampires.
Oh no. On hearing that, she's just gonna be like, oh crap, and run into the room. And kind of squeeze between Hazel and Forrest.
And there are 4 of them kind of all converging on your companions in the room.
Right there between Forrest and Vampire 1. And take a hit at it. If she can find her character sheet. 19 to hit.
19 to hit. You're going against Vampire 1. Let me double check. 19 definitely hits.
20 damage, 10 piercing, and 10 fire.
Okay, did you bonus action and ignite your blade?
You mentioned it when we were
did
outside
that
the building.
before-
Outside? Got it. Want to make
Yeah,
sure I had
before
it.
we came in.
Excellent.
Yeah.
let's go ahead and actually I can close that up. Let me double check this really quick. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. What is happening? Oh, this is there. Oh. Oh yeah. 20 points of damage. You're carving through this individual. Sorry about that. My roll 20 was being weird. Okay.
How about
Second
another hit?
Definitely hits.
28.
28. For
9 piercing, 7 fire for 16.
16 damage.
And a third attack. What I just did.
That hits. 25 with the advantage.
18.
18 points of damage. Looks bloodied already, Selena, as you come into the room as this vampire starts creeping towards Forrest and Orcon. You just step in front of them both and just start carving away at it. It starts screaming in terrible pain.
She's gonna end her turn there, but she's probably yelling at them like, "Not my friends! How dare you!"
Got it. You guys rolled crazy initiatives. Odd.
Odd would like to request a token, if possible. A token that I can control.
You can't
Yeah,
control
move
the
that one.
token?
No, I would like a duplicate token of myself, if possible.
Okay. There's a duplicate. You should have control of it.
All right. Gonna cast Major Image at let's see, what? Looking to see the minimum that I have to cast that to be permanent. 4th level.
Okay.
Do Major Image, and let's say within 20 feet, so right here,
Okay.
so that they don't see that it's an illusion. And then gonna use its movement to run through the room and up the stairs back here. And
Okay.
since it says that similarly, you can cause the illusion to make different sounds at different times, even make it carrying on a conversation, for example. My little tabaxi twin, also under the influence of alcohol, is going to shout at the vampires, "Hey, you little bloodsuckers! Where's your white robes and dresses, huh? I heard that you wore dresses when you came in here. The little boy told me so. You want to pick on somebody your own size, huh?" And with that, let's see if I have any bonus actions that might be of use to anybody. I am going to give a bardic inspiration to Hazel, who I can see from where my actual person is.
All right. Hazel, you feel inspired by Odd behind you.
And it is now 1d10 now that we leveled up.
Oh, 1d10 for your inspiration. There you go.
Nice.
And that'll do it for me.
All right. So another Odd, well, you guys probably don't see it, but Odd just comes bursting into the room and starts running up the steps, shouting at the vampires.
Did any of them try to swing at him?
You know what? This one by the steps, both of them by the steps would probably try to swing at you as you walk by. Would that, because that would strike, that would kind of do a attack of opportunity, right?
Yes, for the first one, Vampire 2. Because I'm still within range
still
of
technically, well,
Vampire
you're up the
3.
stairs though, so Vampire 3, you probably, since you're up vertically, you would still have left its threat range.
Oh.
So they're just gonna do claw attacks.
We'll stay here then. That way we're not out
Well-
of that range.
Well, the downstairs would be about right here, so I'd say you could get about right here.
Oh, it's a spiral. Huh.
Yeah, it's a spiral that leads up that way.
All right.
Mhm.
Oh, I get it now.
Okay.
I thought it was like 2 spirals leading up.
Yeah, just one. Gonna heads on up there.
Okay.
So I'll say Vampire 2 gets one, but Vampire, unless you wanted to move down here, then none of them would get a chance.
Well, yeah, we'll just do that.
Do that? Okay, perfect. All right, that brings us to Orcon's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that for now. Orcon's having ideas, and if we run into another vampire, that may be handy to have at that point.
Orcon, you can see that vampire that Selena's working on is badly hurt.
Okay, and this one up here came out of a door.
Yes.
So which door did it come out of? Is the door still open?
No, it closed it behind it.
Okay. Well, we might be going through it. So Orcon's gonna fire off a couple of Eldritch Blasts. Actually, I have bonus action. I always forget to do. Nope, apparently not. Take off that spell. Yes, I did. So we're just gonna do 3 Eldritch Blasts. We're gonna go Vampire 1, Vampire 3, and Vampire 4.
3, Vampire 4? Okay, got it. First one to Vampire 1. 30, jeez.
No, 23 because it's within. Actually, does
Oh, yeah, it is a disadvantage. Unless you
Warcaster
have
do anything for that or no?
No.
Okay.
Yep,
Yes,
still
that
gonna
is
hit.
23.
Still hit with the 23.
Okay, so that is 6 force and 5 thunder, and is pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of gets pushed towards the wall a little bit, and like just hits the door a little bit, but doesn't actually get pushed through it.
Okay. Next one at Vampire 3.
3, you got it.
19.
19 hits.
So that is 10 force, and it's pushed back up 10 feet.
That was Vampire 3, so 10 force. It actually is pushed backwards, kind of under the steps.
And then Vampire 4 up here for our last shot. 21.
Indeed.
That'll do 11 force damage.
11 force damage. Same thing, kind of. They're bottlenecked here within these closed doors, and you're just kind of like she bounces off of this door and just stumbles a little bit from the impact, and you can see like your eldritch energy kind of like sizzling off of the wound.
And then I am going to bonus action and phase step teleport myself, which I can do up to 30 feet. So how far up the stairs can I get over where Odd's running to?
You can
Would I be
get-
able to get up
You can
to
get
here?
to the top. Yeah, you can get to the top.
I'm going to just teleport myself up there and get myself out of melee range.
Right. Orcon just disappears and then reappears right up there at the top of the steps, bringing us to Forrest's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna step right up here, I think. Be the range of Vampire 1 and 2.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna make attack at Vampire 1 to start, I think.
Okay. Sunblade illuminating this room.
21 to hit.
It's
These are undead, so it gets the full 20 damage from that.
20 damage, and with that, you carve this vampire. Let me see something really quick.
All radiant damage if it's relevant.
All radiant damage. I was just seeing. I didn't know if they had like anything like zombies do, undead fortitude, or anything like that. Doesn't look like they do. So as you carve through it, you burn the blade through, like carving a diagonal down through it. You see that the vampire actually catches fire for this split second, and kind of like in the Blade movies, the vampire's body kind of like burns all up and turns into a skeletal form of darkened ash, and then falls down onto the ground, dead.
And I will take a second attack at Vampire number 2.
You got it. Indeed.
Might hit.
That attack will hit.
That'll be 16 damage, and you know what? We'll Divine Smite.
Divine Smite.
Let's do a first level, so it'll be 3d8 because they're undead.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was some bad rolls. 12 damage.
12 extra damage. Still, there's a lot of damage pumped into this
I
vampire.
rolled a 7 on 3d8.
Is that was the original one that was kind of coming down the steps looking to appease his hunger as he stumbles back with this massive gash from the sunblade through his flesh. And Forrest's turn?
Want to move anywhere? No, right here's good, I think.
All right. That brings us to Vampire 3. Vampire 3 is going to step up and is going to attack over kind of like the railing and try to claw at Odd's Illusion.
Odd's Illusion just kind of screams, ah!
Does this like have the same armor class as you to like hit it, or does it just
Nope.
immediately know that it's illusion?
Just
once it does
immediately passes right through it.
that? All right,
It's
so the
like,
hand just
"Ah,
goes right through it and
oh."
just looks. Just you can see these fangs get all frustrated as it realizes it's been duped.
You got me. Oh.
Then it's going to immediately like move towards Forrest and use its second claw attack against Forrest. It's only a 14. I'm sure Forrest's shield comes up and blocks that. So the claws just rake down the shield. Vampire 4 comes out from being blasted here and is going to immediately go towards over here towards between Forrest and Selena. Going to do a claw attack against Forrest and a claw attack against Selena. First one to Forrest with the left hand, 25 to hit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's 7 slashing damage to you, Forrest. And then starting to slash at Selena as well. That's a 24 to hit you, Selena.
You're muted, Selena.
Thank you. That will hit.
That will hit. So you'll take 6 points of slashing damage as these claws rake across you, carving through your armor.
Attacking Selena will trigger my Sentinel feat for an opportunity attack.
Sure.
And I'll replace the opportunity attack with Green Flame Blade.
Green Flame Blade.
I'll just roll. This Green Flame Blade doesn't have like a roll attached to it for some reason, so I'll just roll it as like a normal weapon.
Okay.
Only a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
So it takes the normal Sunblade damage. 19.
19 damage. Ouch.
8. I don't think it rolled that, right? Oh, no, it totally did. Okay.
32 damage.
Let me just make sure. Yeah, no, that's right.
One was a 17?
I think it rolled it as a crit. The hell? Let me check something.
What does Green Flame Blade usually do?
2 to
Damage
8
was.
plus 5.
Yeah, that's not right.
It did not roll that correctly at all.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, it rolled it twice and added them together for some reason.
So it'd be, what, 15 to 10
Oh,
plus 5?
Yeah, it just rolls it terribly. It rolled the initial damage plus the second damage, which goes to a different target, and added them together, which it's not supposed to do.
Got it. So it'd be a total
Let me
of
just-
15 damage, is that correct? It'd be the 10 plus 5 from the first roll.
The Vampire 4 would have taken 10 plus 5, plus the Radiant Soul damage of another 5, so 15 for that.
15, got it.
And then another Arc of Flame shoots off the Vampire 3, and he would take 17.
Vampire 3 takes 17.
Yes.
Man. So green flame starts writhing around the room, striking these vampires as Forrest just goes ape. Excellent. The Vampire 4 looks bloodied, and Vampire 3 and 2 both look pretty injured. Not quite bloodied, but getting there. Hazel.
Oh, I see what it did. Yeah. The two upper numbers are the separate ones. I see.
Hazel, it becomes your turn after these vampires take their turn.
Quick question: do I see Odd, real Odd, down the hall?
If you take a glance back, yes, you will see real Odd. You're not really sure which is the real Odd unless you witness that vampire try to kill the one that was running up the steps.
I'm in the room, so I probably would have noticed. So, okay.
The vampire looked really ticked off.
Okay. Hazel just kind of laughs to herself, and then I'm going to cast who do I not like? I don't like all of them.
Forrest.
Hmm?
Forrest.
Oh,
Nah, he's alright sometimes. I'll cast Poison Spray on Vampire 4 since it just went after both Forrest and Hazel. Or Forrest and Selena.
Okay. Poison spray.
So-
I believe you make an attack roll for that.
I do. And it's a 17, and
It is a 17.
does that hit?
It hits. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will do my damage. So it's the one. 32
Wow.
points of damage.
32 poison damage. It hisses in pain as the poison just engulfs it and covers it. It is still alive, but looks very badly hurt.
Okay. And then I am. Nope, I'm good. I'm gonna stay there. I was thinking of moving, but I'm afraid that would leave who I think is the real Odd alone in this back area over here. I mean, Forrest and Selena are close, but Hazel's gonna stay where she is for now.
Okay.
That's it.
Vampire 4 did not witness Vampire 3 make that strike, so is going to make a check to see if it can determine if that is indeed an illusion. I believe the check is a investigation check. As it turns around and looks towards the running Odd and fails the check. Is unable to determine that it's an illusion, is going to kind of pursue Odd, but that was its action. It kind of looks towards Odd's character running up the steps. You fools! You don't stand a chance in here. It ends its turn. Selena.
Which one was that just said that?
Vampire number 2, the one that was at the bottom of the steps. Looks like it's peering towards the illusion of Odd running up the steps.
Upon hearing that, Selena is gonna go over towards Vampire 2 and take a swing. Oh, it should have been with advantage.
No, it's a different creature, so not yet.
That's true. Yeah, it's a different creature, but 19 still hits. So you can roll damage on that hit. 12 points of damage as you carve. She's like shouting that towards, or he is like shouting that up towards Odd, and you come around, just strike him across the back with the bladed, with the flame blade. Now you'll have advantage.
I jumped again on that one. 25 to hit.
Is going to hit.
11.
11 points of damage. Still up. It looks bloodied.
One more to the same. Vampire 2 at 24 to hit.
Indeed, all 3 of these strikes hit easily to this vampire.
16.
16 damage. You're carving through it. It looks badly injured as it stumbles forward, almost falling off the steps, turns around and looks at you and says, "You don't stand a chance. He'll know. He'll arrive soon."
Punch him so bad.
Is that the end of your turn, Selena?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Odd, you're up again.
You're muted.
But
Muted in Discord.
There you go.
Thank you, Matthew. I'm gonna move the real me to this corner right here, and I'm gonna move the fake me. Actually, no, the fake me is just gonna stay right there, and I am going to whisper magical word to antagonize one creature of my choice within range. To vampire number 2. Can I please get a wisdom 17 save? Well, wisdom save.
Wisdom save. You got
Not 17.
22.
22. Is that over 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right. You succeed this time. Jesus. Well, that's my action.
Does it still take damage or anything on a save?
Yeah, what were you trying to do to it?
So it was gonna be antagonize.
Oh,
Let me
just
see.
antagonize? I thought
to
that
make
was
them
just-
fight each other.
Antagonize.
yeah, is that the thing that
Successful
makes them strike
save.
one another?
Oh no, wait, you're right. On successful save, target takes half as much damage.
Well,
So
there we go.
let's see here. Not exactly the best roll, but it's going to be 11 psychic damage, and once it does that damage, I'm going to have the illusion, like, illusorily stab at it to make it question
Okay.
whether or not the damage is actually coming from that.
Okay, got it.
And
Yeah, it kind of like
bonus-
shrieks out in pain as it grabs its head. It's strange because it's grabbing his head because of psychic damage, and an illusion is stabbing it. It's like...
And with Master of Tactics, I am going to give the next person to attack Vampire 3 advantage.
Okay, Vampire 3.
Yep.
Excellent. And turn?
Yeah, that'll do it. Thank you.
Orcon at the top of the steps.
Okay, now that I've teleported up here, I'm realizing we're looking for the basement and I'm heading the wrong direction.
These things happen.
Yep.
You were just getting out of the way of this mess on the ground. It's fine.
So
I do
I'm
that-
going to...
in real life, I do that every day where I'm just walking up and down the steps, not realizing what I'm doing.
You're like a sim whose movement gets canceled halfway up the stairs.
I walk downstairs and realize I forgot what I was coming downstairs for, and then
Okay, so I want to say that's a bonus action too, right? Bonus action, yes. So I'm going to bonus action, give myself a flight speed again. Going to fly basically right up against the, I guess I'll call it the ceiling of the first floor. Going to fly myself over by, I think this is a fireplace next to Hazel.
yes, indeed.
And then I'm going to fire off a few more Eldritch Blasts, 2 at Vampire 3 and 1 at 4.
Okay.
So the first one going at 3 has advantage.
Yeah, this first floor has 10-foot high ceilings, just so you know how high you are.
Oh, okay. Actually, thank you for saying. Let me throw my wings on real quick so I don't forget. Okay, so we're gonna go first one at 3. That's a 30 to hit.
That hits. Indeed.
So that's 12 points of force and 5 thunder, and it is knocked back 10 feet again.
Knocked right back under the steps. Advantage dissipates.
Okay, then our second attack against number 3. It's a 24 to hit.
Indeed. Roll your damage as a second arcane Eldritch Blast hits.
It's another 10 there.
10 damage.
And if there's anywhere else it can go, it's knocked back another 10 feet.
Right against the wall.
25. Ooh, I get 5 feet of movement left, so I'm going to fly right up here for my shot at number 4. So I can send it flying backwards. And that's a 19 to hit.
You got it.
That's 12 on number 4, and he's knocked back 10 feet.
In the time that it's falling backwards, it burns up in flame and crumbles to ash upon the floor as it's killed.
What? How are we supposed to loot anything if it burns it all up?
I don't know, but you made that mess, so you're gonna clean it up.
Pretty fancy house. They've got to have something we can take.
And that'll end my turn.
That will queue up Forest.
I'll start off at vampire number 2 right in front of me here.
And as you're like wielding the Sunblade, immediately Vampire 2 is like, no, no! And you carve through him with a critical hit.
Yeah. 30?
30. You drive the blade through, and the Sunblade ignites the chest first, and then it just explodes up the body. The fire just creeps up, and you just hear him scream as the flesh just burns away. And Vampire 2 falls to the ground in pieces.
I'm going to walk up to the other guy and attack him.
Okay, to Vampire 3.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Yep, that's a natural one. You got chat rewards if you want to use them.
I think we're okay.
Okay.
There's one vampire spawn.
That vampire spawn. It's hard to hit this one because he's like hiding underneath the steps.
He's just like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to put him back in his kennel.
That'll be my turn.
Excellent. Vampire 3 does get to go. So Vampire 3 is going to try their best to multi-attack you, Forest. First,
Who doesn't want to attack the illusion? Sure.
The illusion is kind of on the steps a little bit, kind of out of view from where it is right now. 21 to hit.
No.
I hate that answer. Gonna make another claw attack. Only a 19. Gonna miss with both. You block them and parry the next attack as it brings us up to Hazel's turn.
You do have DM rerolls, I'm just saying.
I do. I'm gonna save them for a little while.
I feel like you have to roll pretty good just to try to hit me. So.
I would have to roll very, very good. So I'm gonna keep them in my back pocket for later. Thank you for the suggestion, though, Matthew. I do appreciate it, and I know our Twitch chat viewers definitely appreciate it as well. That being said, hey, Twitch chat viewers, I am currently banking my DM rerolls. If you'd like to offer me any more, I will gladly accept.
Rude.
I noticed you don't have a lot of them on the other days. I'm going to have to do something about that.
Yeah, we're going to have to actually remember to log in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, log in and help me out.
Pay them back.
I just forget what time it is half the time. Hazel will walk in and go over to where I can see Vampire 3.
Oh, sure,
and
yeah.
Just wave at them.
Okay.
And we'll cast Poison Spray again.
Okay. Now, is this a ranged attack?
Yes, I actually would need to get that close. So I was angling to be able to see them.
You can still hit there. So
25 to hit.
25 to hit will hit. Roll your damage.
22.
22. So the poison covers this vampire and is still standing, but looks very badly injured as the poison is just seeping into this vampire's flesh.
Alright. That's it.
That's it. Selena brings us to the top again. There's one that's kind of cornered under the steps right here that your whole party has just converged upon.
Are the stairs open?
There is an odd standing on the steps.
Okay.
But there's also an odd behind you.
Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Don't think I can hit because of Forest.
You can move to this. You can
You
move
can get
over
around
here.
between me and Forrest and get
You can move.
there.
Yeah, you can move past your party members.
Okay. I just wasn't sure size-wise if that was doable.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Selena would like to take a swing at it. Be like,
For it.
she'll, as she's moving, be like, incoming Forest! So he doesn't get accidentally burnt. 22 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
18 damage.
And as Forrest kind of ducks out of the way a little bit, you drive your blade through, and the flames from your sword start to burn up along her flesh. She screams out in pain as it falls away, and she burns into dust and falls to the ground. And that will take us out of initiative order as I remove all turns. All the vampires have been eliminated here.
Ald bursts into the door and he stumbles onto the ground. He's like, "Don't worry, guys. It was just an illusion. I'm okay. I'm okay."
I mean, if anything, the illusion seems more solid at the moment.
I resemble that remark.
Just a little wibbly wobbly. Now that the vampires are gone, is there anything else in this area?
As you're
still hear
looking
the noise?
around, the room, the cloak, there was like a little room that one of those creatures came out of. Now that the door's open, you can see there's a bunch of black cloaks hanging in the closet, and they all look like they're damp.
Which door is that?
Right here. I'm gonna open it right there. Shift ping you right here. This little room right here.
Oh, it's literally just a single square. I see.
Yep, just a little closet. Has a bunch
Is there
of
anything in
dark
any
cloaks.
of the pockets?
Digging through the pockets, you don't find anything. You do see that there are faint footprints that kind of lead from this cloakroom. It looks like they were going either indoors or outdoors towards that room that you kind of entered in. It's like maybe from wet, soggy boots or something. But that is it. This room is empty, void of furniture. It's kind of like a main hall.
Those cloaks, do they look like ritual cloaks or cloaks that people were wearing outside to protect against the weather?
Like outside to protect against the weather. Just kind of really dark kind of fabric. Mm-hmm.
Well, which way to the basement?
Your guess is as good as mine from here.
Yeah, I don't know, but due to our experiment, I don't think you should be the one to open the door.
Orkin opens
To
this
be
door.
fair,
We're
Go,
going to open the door.
the problem didn't happen until a vampire opened a different door.
That's true. It was the vampire's fault. You open that door, Orgon, and immediately inside you can see...
Roll initiative.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Roll initiative, Orgon. Just you. There is what looks to be a dining room here. There is the centerpiece of this wood-paneled dining room is a carved mahogany table covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware, surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs.
Empty chairs?
Empty chairs.
Orkin's gonna turn around, look at Odd, and go. And go into the room and start stealing the silverware.
Oh yeah,
Gotta be worth something.
This is really nice silverware. Problem is, like, some of the plates and some of the bowls and dishes on the table are made of like glass, and they're very fine pieces.
Okay.
You might have to keep them very well protected. If you get into combat and you accidentally roll down the steps, you're going to break every single one of them.
Near the entrance, we can grab it on the way out.
Challenge accepted.
Leave it in a stack by the door.
Throw a cloak over it.
That's it.
All right, take the cloaks from the other room, wrap them up.
I'll just gonna go up the stairs over there while the group is looking at the kitchen.
Gathering all the silverware. They have like a large sack, and they're just across the table.
And once it's all in a sack, I'm gonna take out the lantern, ramp inside it, put down our stash, walk back out.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Smart.
Excellent. Odd, you said you were going up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. The illusion stays, right?
No, it is the illusion that's going up.
Illusion's going up. Okay. Can you see through this, or is it just
It's within reach.
within reach? You can see it, or like I'm trying to figure out like what.
Let's see here. It says if
That's
you are
major
within range of the illusion, if you are within range of the illusion, you can take a magic action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range. Does not say I have to see it.
Okay.
I think he wants to know if you can see what the illusion
Can
sees.
you see what the
Oh,
illusion
no,
sees? No. So
No,
the
I
illusion
can't.
just goes
can't
up the
look
stairs.
through that. Yep.
Got it. All right. I've got the illusion upstairs.
That was the other you, right?
Yeah, that's the illusion.
Alright. What about the rest of you? Selena, Hazel, seems like Orcon is having a nice day cleaning off the dining room table.
Selena's
you-
gonna go inspect the table carvings.
There's not really like anything carved into it. It just looks like it was finely made. Like this looks like it would be very expensive. But this would be hard to get out of here because it's an enormous table. And there's only like small door area. You're not even really sure how they got this table in here. They might have actually carved it in here because how are you gonna get that table through that that little doorway?
And you said there was a fireplace as well.
Yeah, there is on this this wall on the opposite side.
She'd go and look at that next.
Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty much like the one in the other room. They're pretty much the same fireplace.
She tried. Already got enough stabby things. She doesn't need the silverware.
Yeah, as you're looking around, really the only thing that you guys think you could like gather here are like the silverware and the table dressings and stuff.
Can
Do I? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hazel just really quickly wants to listen to see where we hear the most voices, or if we hear howling or anything, like where everything is coming from.
Okay, make a perception check.
16.
You hear some rustling coming from upstairs, but you're not
Okay.
sure what it is.
Okay.
Just for the record, my illusion does not make sound, so that's not going to be it.
Yeah. Oh wait, I have inspiration from Odd.
Oh, yeah,
Can I
that's
can I
true.
add that to that and maybe do better?
Yeah, 1d10.
I will tell you as a generous dungeon master, go ahead and save it because
Okay.
you're not going to receive any more information from
Got it. Okay,
this
I was
point.
like, I feel like I'm not hearing
Yep.
something, but okay. Thank you. Kind and
You got it.
generous.
That's right. Humble and merciful.
Ochadan's behind you going, kill, kill, kill.
Da, 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 da.
Odd, you were
if
saying
I don't
something.
hear-
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't hear any ruckus or anything from my illusion being upstairs, I'm going to just go to the top stair and be able to peek into what's going on up there?
Sure, absolutely. I'll go ahead and move you over to a new map. Shift ping you over here.
All right. I can't see a thing. I don't know why.
You can't see a thing. Do you have dark vision?
No, but I would have casted light.
Are you gonna cast light coming up the steps? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna cast light on?
My shoe.
Your shoe. Nice.
That works.
That way, if the light goes off, we know I kicked some ass.
So now you look into the room.
Sideways.
So you guys see as Odd's walking up the steps, he casts a spell on his shoe that begins to emit light. And what you see, Odd, is there are unlit oil lamps that are mounted on the walls of this elegant upper hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of a family. There's a man and a woman with 2 smiling children. The same children, in fact, that you saw outside. Rose and Thorn.
Oh
The
my
marble
God.
staircase continues upwards. So as you're going up, you can either get off at this floor or you can continue up to the 3rd floor on this staircase.
It's Rose and that little prick. I'm gonna send my illusion to the furthest door away from me, where it's safe to do stupid things. And as I said before, similarly, you can cause the illusion to make different sounds at different times. I'm gonna make my illusion make a knocking sound against that door.
Okay.
While
As-
safely still.
Sure. As that's happening, Orcon, Forrest, Hazel, Selena downstairs. Let's transition to you as Odd is doing that. What are you guys doing? You saw Odd kind of walk up the stairs, igniting his shoe. Well, not igniting, illuminating.
I was gonna say shoe on fire.
I ignited the shoe. That's why he ran
That's
upstairs.
it. That's it.
I probably just got back into the room, so I'd probably be finding out what they're doing.
Yeah. Are you still flying and hovering around?
Yep.
Mhm.
I got it for 10 minutes, though.
Hazel's waiting to hear if Odd's yelling or anything.
Okay, so you're just gonna wait and listen?
Yeah, Hazel's not trying to she doesn't care about the shinies in this place because she has been sufficiently scared by Mord and Kanan about coming here. So she's just waiting for something to happen at this point.
Okay. How about Forrest?
Do you see anything up there?
Shouting up the steps?
Yeah.
Okay. Forrest, he's shouting up the stairs at you.
Forrest is shouting at Forrest?
No, Forrest is shouting at Odd up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Just not what you said, technically. But,
Yeah, you
Was
said
that-
Forrest shouting up
I'm
at
sorry.
Forrest. Oh, yep, there's somebody up here. It's me. I can see me.
Do you see anyone else?
I see a family of 4 in a portrait, and I see 5 doors. Sorry, I had to count. I'm not very good at
Even
counting.
more doors. Why don't we check out the ones down here first?
Yeah. It's not like I already knocked on one.
And as I say that, the knock happens. And Odd, you make a perception check for me.
All right. Perception is not my middle name at all. Oh, wow.
I would like to point out this is not my fault.
Odd, you
let's-
do have
let's-
player rewards. If you'd like to
Yeah, let's
redeem some.
throw 1 proficiency bonus on that to make it a 16, and that's the best I'm gonna do.
Okay, 16 with the proficiency
As a
bonuses.
gracious DM.
You do hear what sounds like something like the sound of something hit the floor in that room.
So somebody did let the bodies hit the floor. All this time. I'm gonna call back down the forest. Did you hear that down there? Because the floor, it would be their ceiling, so I imagine the thump would probably carry through, right? Michael.
They probably heard it just faintly.
Okay. There's
nothing
something up
concerning.
there. Okay, so you still want to go downstairs?
Well, if you think something's up there, we can come take a look.
Probably better than letting it chase us after whatever he woke up.
Hey, I feel attacked. At least I didn't open a door. And then Odd goes to open the door.
You're gonna open the door?
I think at this point, I'm going to start making my way up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm just flying up
gonna,
the
I'm gonna
opening.
stand to the side of the door while the illusion is the one that walks in.
Okay.
Hoo-ha.
As the illusion opens the door and walks in, you hear "Now!" As all of a sudden, these individuals can like jump up out of hiding places and just do a barrage of attacks. Basically, what this will be is it'll be surprise. So
That's
they were
initiative with disadvantage.
Initiative with disadvantage. But before you guys do that, here's what we're gonna do. As they shout "surprise," that's where we're gonna end this episode of Vecna,
Surprise, cliffhanger.
Eve of Ruin. That's
Essentially,
right. Because we're right at about time for the evening, and we're about ready to jump into an additional combat sequence. So that was awesome. Thank you guys for getting into Barovia. You guys are in Death House.
Oh.
This is not the Death House I remember.
I
Yeah,
told you guys.
it's
I
changed a
told
little
you
bit.
guys, like, we shouldn't have gone to Death House. We should have just went down the street to Chuck E. Cheese's or somewhere else. But,
On a different
Yeah,
mouse.
This is Death House, and you guys will be continuing on when we get back in 2 weeks. We'll be off next
Mondays, am I right?
week. That's right, Mondays. So make
Oh,
sure you put that on.
reacted a little slow there.
So make sure that you put that on your calendar that we are off next week. We'll be back in 2 weeks to continue our adventure through Barovia after the 4th piece of the Rod of 7 Parts. Also, don't forget Wild Beyond the Witchlight this Thursday. So make sure you tune into that. We also have Friday will be off this week. So we'll be taking a little bit of time off over this holiday weekend, but then we'll be jumping back into things and we'll be continuing on with our schedule. So if you don't know our schedule, you can go to our Discord, which you can get by typing in !Discord in our Twitch chat. So if you're not a member of our Discord community, please come and join us there. You find all kinds of information there about our channel and what we do here. Oh no. Digs for life. No, misspelled it. Oh,
So close.
wow.
Takes me
wow,
a moment
wow.
sometimes.
It's all good. There you go. Yeah, make sure you check out Dogs for Life artwork there by clicking on that link. And I think that is everything for right now. We'll wait to roll initiative next time, so we can have the audience kind of jump in on that as well. Hang out with that. Any other announcements that I need to make before we call it a night? No? All right. Well, to all of our friends watching us on YouTube, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.